How's it going, guys? Thought I'd do an update on my custom right angle or cornering brake lever for my oval sled. Because I have disc brakes that are cable operated, there's no brake levers that are made for cable operated disc brakes. So I could have switched over to hydraulic, but I decided to make my own lever, and it looks pretty crude. This is all going to be wrapped with like grip tape, like soft grip tape, you know. And then somehow I need to put like a bob on the end so my fingers don't slide off. But here, I'll show you what it's for. Basically, it's for this. So these aren't the handlebars that I'll be using. The ones that I have a curve coming off, because when you're leaning left, you need something to grip onto, because you can't just grip onto here. So what this is for is so I can grip onto that curve and also squeeze the brake like that. Obviously, there's no pull back right now because the brake cable is not hooked up. I need to get one of those. But it comes off of here, you grip onto here, and then you just pull the brake. And I designed this by using an old brake lever that if you can see it, see if it'll focus, I slit in half. Then I used a metal bar, and I started by pounding. This is all compressed metal. It's not just shaved metal, so it's a little bit stronger of aluminum. There's no, this is the only way. This bend right here could bend like this, but it's not going to, because there's no pressure on it like that. When you squeeze, it's all this way. So from the top, the pressure is being pushed like that. So it's okay. This all looks pretty janky, but it's not. It's very sturdy, and I spent a lot of time making it sturdy. Those are all Loctite bolts, and when I wrap it, it's going to look a lot nicer. But then I just sandwiched and put 2 holes through the original brake lever that I cut off here. That's where it's been cut off. It only stuck out to about here. And the reason you can't just bend a normal brake lever is because they're cast. And when they're cast aluminum, if you bend them, it becomes really unstable because it's not the original cast. And because cast has a lot of air bubbles in it, right? So if you bend that, no matter how much you heat it up, you'd have to get it like molten and then basically remold it, if you would. So bending is not an option. I don't have the ability to molten stuff. So this also took me a bit. The lever that I got wasn't the exact size for this. And so I had to make a sleeve, or I bought a sleeve and made it work in the thing. So this has just a little bit of play, and I might take that up with like a nylon bushing or something like that. I'm not quite sure. This is a lot better than what it was when I first started, or when I first designed it. The angle, you can see, comes right off. It's perfect. And yeah, I mean, it'll pull nice, and it's not going to go nowhere. Eventually, I'm probably going to redesign this so it's not so weak here. I'm probably going to, like, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but flat bend it so it's not a rounded hammer that I'm using to bend it, so I can get this angle right here. I don't know. We'll see. But for this season, this is going to work for sure. It's pretty far, but my hands are pretty big, so when it has, I can use the brakes like normal, right? I can use the brakes like normal, and so they're a little awkward, but I mean, they're no different than this. You know, this is the original one, so you just pulled on the end on this one, and this one only, that's how much travel it needs for these brakes, right? And this one, about there, has that much travel. So I can also tighten these up quite a bit, but I have all the way there, so that's about enough. And I can tighten the brakes up so I can barely touch them and they work, you know. But anyways, that's my design, and I think it works pretty good. And oh, also, obviously with these, you're not going to have all that travel. You're not going to squeeze completely where it's hitting the plastic. You're going to squeeze about that far, and it's going to be braking, you know. And also with oval racing, you don't need brakes as much as you'd think. You're always on the gas, and you just tap the brakes when you go around the corner. You never get off the gas. So I hope you guys enjoyed. That's my solution to my problem, and I'll keep you guys updated with more stuff. I know it's a mess, but I've been doing a bunch of things.